Hello, and thank you for tuning in and watching Erin and Drew's movie reviews. My name is Drew.
My name is Erin.
And what a show we have for you today. We are going back to my little series of the class of 1981. This is graduate number 2 that we're going to look at. It's the 40th anniversary. My first film was Clash of the Titans. Now we are doing the Great Muppet Caper. 40 years old this year. So, had you seen this before?
I know that I had seen it a long time ago and don't remember any of it. So when I rewatched it for this, I was like, huh.
Now, were you pleasantly surprised, or had you forgotten the whole thing?
Oh, forgotten the whole thing.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't remember any of it at all. A lot more musical numbers than I remembered.
Yeah. But I think that's pretty standard for a Muppet film, though. Is there any Muppet film that has, like, no musical numbers in it at all? I don't know that there is.
Now I have to think.
Treasure Island? Does Treasure Island have music?
Yes.
Yeah?
Because there's Cabin Fever.
Yeah.
Got cabin fever, it's driving us bananas.
See, that one I haven't seen in a while, so.
Oh, it's a great one.
Does Muppets in Space have musical numbers?
There are, but it's more incidental music, because like when Gonzo has his first out of body experience, it has You're a Shining Star playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah.
Is this quiz me on the Muppets?
Well, no. I just. You were just saying there was lots of musical numbers. I think most Muppet films do. In fact, one time, I currently have I have an eBay account, like a lot of people do, and I have a saved search for a Great Muppet Caper LP.
Yeah. Because
as far as I know, the soundtrack for this movie has never been released on disc, let alone streaming. So it's kind of hard to find. The only thing they have I can find it on is vinyl. It might be on cassette tape, but if you're going to go that route, you may as well get the vinyl.
Yeah.
I had it as a kid, and I've been wanting to repurchase it.
That's weird for a movie that has an Oscar-nominating song.
Does it? Was one of these Oscar nominated?
Yeah, the one where they're dancing at the supper club.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
I just looked that up. I don't remember the name of the song. But I remember where it
The
was.
First Time It Happens?
Yes, that one.
I think that's what it's called. Well, it's one of those.
First time I saw her?
First time, I think it's the first time it happens. Yeah, something.
First time something.
Yeah, where Miss Piggy sees Charles Grodin.
Other way around.
Yeah, Charles
Grodin sees Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
And instantly falls in love, as you do, because Miss Piggy.
Yeah. Fantasy, Miss Piggy. Anyway, the movie, yeah. And I think this is probably pretty standard for pretty much every Muppet film, because I know it happened in the first film, which was just called The Muppet Movie. This is the second one. All the Muppets are always there is no fourth wall.
Yeah.
In pretty much any of these movies, at least early on there wasn't.
Yeah,
because the characters, even like the non-Muppet characters, the actual flesh and blood actors, seem to know, or acutely aware that they are in a movie, they're playing a part, and you are watching them. It's like, ooh, who's the director of photography? You know, they're looking at the credits while this is going on.
What does BSE mean?
Yeah.
BEC?
I think it's BSC.
BSC.
British Society of Cinematographers.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because this movie, most of the Muppet films were made in England. So, so anyway, they're in this hot air balloon, and they just happen to land in a street, and that's why. No real reason. It's literally just
opening number.
They just say it's literally to start the movie. How do we start the movie? Well, you pull this cord, and then the balloon runs out of air and lands in the street, and then they burst into a song and dance number, which will get repeated later at the end of the movie with different lyrics, but it's basically the same song. And while this is going on, well, first of all, I don't know what the guy's name is, but he's the big furry dude with the fangs. What's his? He's got
Sweetums.
Sweetums. Is that his name?
Yes.
Okay, because he's always, "Whoa, guys,
He's just like, wait for me.
He can't.
I want to be in a movie.
Yeah, I want to be in the movie with you guys. he is having a tough time. He falls down a manhole. Mm-hmm. He tries to get out of the manhole. Somebody steps on his hand. Mm-hmm. And then, does he get paint dumped on him too?
He gets something dumped on him. I know a box of dynamite gets dumped into the hole.
Or no, someone drops the dynamite and it explodes while he's down there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa, guy, yeah. But also, during the song and dance number, a lady who goes by Lady Holiday, played by the late, great Diana Rigg, who is famous for lots of things.
Lots of things.
Yeah. Probably, well, the thing I probably know her most...
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she was in Game of Thrones. That was the last thing I think she did.
Yes.
Or Doctor Who. She was in Doctor Who also with Capaldi, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was in one of those.
Yeah.
But she is the first. She played Teresa Bond, who was married to James Bond. That was the only time in the movies James Bond got married. Which people seem to either love or loathe. I'm kind of on the, I don't know.
Seen it.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
I just don't think casting Telly Savalas as Blofeld was the best idea, but
Or an
he's
Australian as Bond.
He's a little too Brooklyn for, as opposed to like Donald Pleasance as Blofeld.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
But she has all the her jewels have been stolen.
Someone stole my jewels.
Everybody's so caught up in song and dance, and then we find out at the end of this dance number that somehow, I don't know where this idea came from, but Kermit and Fozzie are supposed to be twins.
Yeah. Did you see the picture of their dad?
And not just twins.
Identical
twins.
It's because one wears a hat. You can't tell.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. See, that's because Fozzie doesn't have his hat on.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. Ta-da.
But this lady gets, then the editor, played by Jack Warden, who's great also in other things, he is mad because, so this lady gets her diamond stolen, and you come to me with a story about twins.
Yeah. About you.
About you? Oh, really?
You landing in town.
So then Kermit kind of finagles and was like, okay, we'll do a story on the diamond thieves, and in turn you don't fire us?
Yeah. Doesn't work.
Yeah, well. And they book tickets to England and...
$12 and no meal.
$12? Yeah, well, that's traveling cheap.
Man.
Yeah.
It's like 50 below in
They
that
don't even know what Gonzo is. They just put whatever on the box. And
it's official this time, though. He is a whatever.
He's a whatever. So we still don't... After 50-plus years, nobody really knows what Gonzo is.
He's a whatever.
He's a whatever.
Yeah.
He's a miscellaneous. We'll put an asterisk
Whatever.
next to him. Yeah. And so it's like, oh, time for you to land. Great, the plane is landing. Nope.
Planes land.
And then they
planes
throw him out.
landing in Italy.
And they
You're
land
landing
in
here.
a pond. And there's this gentleman who, I don't remember the actor's name, but I think he's kind of a big deal. But they ask him, hey, do you know of a good hotel, a cheap hotel in town? He's like, how cheap? Free? Oh,
Well.
let me look it up. And then he's reading from the book, and it's like, I could have sworn John Cleese came up with this line. It's like, oh, places to park your carcass.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah. So they find out, well, they can pretty much, the Happiness Hotel, that's free.
Yes.
And it's also populated with
Muppets.
So conveniently enough. So they go look for that, and another great song and dance number. And I gotta say, though, I love the Happiness Hotel courtesy car.
Yes.
If you want to call it a courtesy car, because that's like a courtesy party bus.
It's the Electric Mayhem bus.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Speaking of, I have to ask you a question.
Everybody on the bottom and the band on the top, people hanging on the fenders and driving around London. It's amazing.
Amazing. I have to ask you a question.
Okay, shoot.
Who is the trumpet player in Electric Mayhem?
The trumpet player?
He had a fizz face. Of course he did. He's a Muppet. But I know all the members of the Electric Mayhem. You have Dr. Teeth, Zoot, Janice, Floyd, and
Is Ralph
Animal.
Ralph considered part of them?
Every
He
once in a while,
keyboards
maybe.
sometimes.
But they had a trumpet player in this movie that I had never seen before.
He's got like goofy eyes.
He had a big round face that was like just yellow fur, and he played the trumpet. Never seen him before, and I didn't want to look him up. I wanted to know if you knew. but I don't know.
No, I honestly do not know.
Kind of like, who is this extra member of the band? I must know.
I'm afraid we'll have to consult Muppepedia on that one.
Oh man,
Yeah. All right.
I'll look it up later. Get back to you.
But
Put it in
yeah,
the
they
comments.
find their room, and then they're gonna go interview Lady Holiday. But before that, Miss Piggy shows up, and she's looking for what, like an internship?
She wants to be a model.
She wants to be a model.
Yes.
Because she's got the model.
Yeah, because she's Miss Piggy, and of
Yeah.
course she's going to be a
Of
model.
course she is. So Kermit shows up. Miss Holiday's not, or Lady Holiday's not there, but Miss Piggy's in her office.
Yeah.
So he thinks
Because she just got to be a
is-
secretary.
Yeah. So he thinks that
take it.
she is Miss or Lady Holiday, and she just goes along with it because she wants to be a big
It's
deal.
like, yeah.
Of course I am.
You're a cute frog. I want to talk to you.
Yes, of course. Here's my address, and she comes up with this phony address or whatever. and-
17th Highbrow Street.
Yeah, Highbrow Street, of course.
Of course.
And
Some Highbrow Street.
So they meet for their date, and Miss Piggy just kind of sneaks in the house, and
I'm surprised that it was a real address, but it's a Muppet
Yeah.
movie, so of course it was.
and she barges in on John Cleese and oh man, I forget that other lady's name, but she was also a guest star on his show Faulty Towers
Yeah.
as the lady who couldn't hear. Do you need a hearing aid? A what? A hearing aid! Why would I need a hearing aid? Would you like me to get it mended? You know, that scene is so good. Like, you heard that, didn't you?
The poor
It's-
sound
it's-
guys. Oh
it's-
my god.
Yeah, it's such a classic episode. It's like, if you've never seen that, please do. It's 25 minutes. If you've never seen that series, they only made 12 episodes of it, two
no.
seasons.
We're all good.
And they're all amazing. My dad and I watched the German one last weekend. It's fantastic. Because he loves that show too. But anyway, she sneaks in the house and hears Kermit ring the doorbell and like,
Yeah.
I'll answer that door. And they're like,
It's like,
I
no,
thought you said the pets were dead.
pets were dead. They were the most boring British couple
Yes.
ever.
Yeah.
Well,
if
on
there's anything
purpose,
about-
I know, but it's just kind of like,
Well, if anybody knows how to be a boring British person, John Cleese, I'm sure, has been around to share people. It's like, oh, we did that yesterday. Yes.
yeah,
Did we do that the day before? Yes.
yeah.
Yeah. They're just kind of like, you see.
I haven't left the house in 12 years.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The butler's dead. No, the pets are dead.
The
I thought
pets
you
are
said
dead.
the pets were dead.
The butler's left.
Yeah.
Or whatever he
something
said.
like that.
Something
yeah.
like that.
So anyway, she shows Kermit around the house, even though she has no idea where anything
A
is.
whirlwind tour.
Oh yeah, that's over there. It's here, and then
Oh,
you
look,
think
the
John
bedroom.
Cleese is gonna like kill him
Closet.
with like the, not ice pick. What do you call that thing with the fireplace?
A
The
fire poker?
The poker. Yeah.
Yes.
He's like, is there anything I can do for you? Yeah. Where's a good place to eat? And then he actually
Tells him a good place to
tells
eat.
them a good place to eat, and then they just leave. He's like, it's like, what's with the pig? It's like, she had a friend with her. Yeah, a lizard.
It's a pig and a lizard.
Yeah. So they go to
Sure.
this supper club place, and this is where, is it Lady Holiday shows up?
Yes.
With
Yep.
her brother,
With
who's
her
kind
brother.
of a screw off.
Yes.
Or like
And
a parasite. type.
inexplicably American.
Yeah. I don't know. Whatever. He's there.
He's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and he showed up in the original song and dance number
Yeah.
too. But he said,
And
I'm
me.
in the movie too.
Yes.
Yeah, and he shows up. And
Because he's a very important character.
and somewhere, and that's where is this the first time? No, what's the song? Oh, the Fantasy song. Fantasy Miss Piggy song.
That happens at the modeling show.
Are you sure?
Yes, because the
Or is this the first
Miss
time it
Piggy,
happens
the Miss
song?
Piggy fantasy is the swimming sequence.
Yes.
And that's the
Yes,
modeling
later.
thing.
Okay.
This one is the first time it happened, or whatever it's
Yeah.
called, where everybody falls in love with Miss Piggy.
And then
As you do.
yeah, and Lady Holiday doesn't have a very good security regarding her jewelry. You think after you got something stolen, you wouldn't
not-
wear it out in public?
It's not so much that she doesn't have good security with it. It's just that for no reason whatsoever, because she already thinks that he's just a con and a no good Nick and
But yet she doesn't
never
suspect
thinks,
him stealing any of
doesn't
his stuff.
expect her very own brother of being the main robber in this. Of course he is.
And then, but he's also like her manager or publicity person or something.
I think he's just there because he has to be. It was in the script, and he already lost all of his half of the inheritance. So she hired him on as out of the goodness of her heart for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and he's working with 3 of the models.
Yeah.
To steal all those jewels.
Yeah. Yeah, and the models are on it too also.
Yes.
So
Carla, Marla, and Darla. Is it Carla?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they kind of
Carla,
have that.
Marla,
They
and
have
Darla.
that Huey, Dewey, and Louie thing going on. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but
I don't know.
you can call me Ray, and you can call me Jay. So they once again, but Gonzo was gonna take a picture of somebody, and that's when the lights went out.
Well, he does nothing but take pictures of people.
Yeah, he's like
that's just what he does.
annoying people. Well,
He's the paparazzi.
they're reading the menu at the restaurant and like, how much is this? $1,400 for like soup or something. And
Like
I'll
the
fix that. So he
the
goes
roast
around
beef
and he
costs
takes
as much as an Oldsmobile.
yeah, he takes pictures of all these people and asks for what, like $10,
Something like that, yeah.
$10, and then until he runs into that crusty old stiff upper lip guy says, "No, my wife is tired. I want to go home."
No pictures.
No pictures,
You don't want a
please.
picture for your wife? No, my wife is sick. Well, why is she here? No, my wife is at home. Okay. Casual adultery.
And
Great.
conveniently enough, he takes a picture. Jim Henson had 5 minutes where he could put Kermit down and go be an extra. He says, "Oh, here you go, sir." And he's like, and notice he didn't talk because he didn't want to probably give away that, if you've
Yeah.
ever seen an interview with him, he's been he's been dead for years, but if you've seen an old interview with him, he does sound just like Kermit does with his voice. So conveniently, he's like eating when he's getting his picture taken. He's like, "Here, take the money," but Gonzo was taking a picture when the lights go out, and someone conveniently takes Lady Holiday's necklace, and he thinks he has. He's later developing the pictures. He says, "Oh, look what I got, guys!
I have the picture right here.
I have it right here."
And then they open the
of course,
door and
someone needs
picture
to
goes.
use the can and breaks
There
open the
goes the
door,
picture.
and the lights come on, and there goes the picture.
So now
so much
what
for
are
that.
they going to do?
I don't know. Well, they go back to what was it? Is that where they find out that she's not Lady Holiday, Miss Piggy?
Yes.
At that thing?
At
At the dinner.
Yes.
At the supper club.
I believe either at it was right at the end of the supper club scene because the light comes on and she's missing her jewels, or Lady Holiday's missing her jewels, and everyone's going, "Lady Holiday's missing her necklace. Oh no, oh no." And Kermit's like, "Lady Holiday," and sees this actual woman and not Miss Piggy and goes, "Well, then who's that?"
Yeah, then they kind of meet up in the park and they have the bicycle scene.
I have a bicycle scene.
Which I think is fantastic because, I mean, to do all that animatronic work is pretty impressive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and not only that, but having Kermit like balancing on the handlebars with his feet and all that other stuff, and why couldn't we ride? It's just it's on the album, which I don't know if I want to spend it.
Someday you'll get it.
Someday
man.
I'll get it. It's been on my every day. I get that ping on my phone like, "Hey, we found 2 matches for a Great Muppet Caper LP," and they're kind of all over the place from like $10 to like $40, depending on what shape it's in. And it's like, do I want to drop the $40 on the album? Some days. So it's been going on for a while. So
Wow.
but every day.
Every day?
Every day.
You're
it
going to
goes
get
off.
it someday.
Yeah, one day I will get it. I don't have anything else to buy. So yeah, they kind of figure out, "Oh, okay, you're okay. So what? You're not Miss Holiday or whatever, or Lady Holiday." And then she's working at the fashion show. She's putting on a fashion show, and that's the place where they set her up to take the fall for stealing the necklace by planting the necklace in her coat or something.
Yes.
And it's, "Oh, what are these? Oh, you stole them. Oh no, ah!"
It's like, Oh
Yeah, oh no. And then,
no! Miss Piggy's in the slammer.
so now that she took the fall, now Gonzo again doesn't take a picture, but he overhears the brother and the Miles planning, hey, now we can go steal that other diamond, which is in a big museum or whatever.
Mallory Gallery.
Yeah, the Mallory Gallery. I love that name.
Good. Very good.
And then they're kind of trying to figure out what they need to do. They know where they're going to be because they overheard everything. Where Gonzo overheard everything. So you go back and forth between the two of them. They got harpoon,
Check.
check, stun gun, check, ninja outfits, check.
Check.
And then they're like, you go, what do we got? Flashlight.
Dead.
I got a whoopee cushion. You know, and all these other things. It's like they have like nothing.
Frisbee, lost it.
Lost the frisbee. So they just go. They don't care. They just.
I don't think Lou has his fish yet.
No.
So they don't even have those.
I got a roll of paper towels.
Let's go. Let's go. Perfect.
They just at the end of like that, they're just so defeated. Like, well, Kermit, that's all we had on the list. And then he says, and Kermit's like, well, you know what? Let's go for it. Yeah! They just run out of the room. They don't care how unprepared they are. They just do it.
It's
That's so great.
There's 20 minutes left in this movie. We have to have a caper sometime.
Yeah. And so they go find. They sneak in. They can't. They have no like security disabling software
No.
or whatever like the other people do. And so they're just like have to sneak. They have to bribe the security
Put on your
guard with a
disguises.
pizza.
They all have the glasses.
Yeah.
The Groucho
Here, you
glasses.
can't see me now. See, I'm a different person.
Bribe the security
Well, yeah.
guard with pizza.
Yeah, here's your pizza, sir. And then everybody sneaks by.
But I don't
them.
like pepperoni.
Yeah. And then so they kind of climb up the wall to get away from like some security dogs or something, and they come in, and they form like this huge. They see the diamond from above in this huge display, and they see the crooks are kind of closing in, and they're make like this giant curtain where they're like hanging on to each other, so they don't even see them. They're like the thing is huge, and all they got to do is go like this, and they're all right there,
Yeah.
and they don't see him until like the last minute.
Of course.
Yeah, so.
It's a movie.
Yeah, because it's a movie. But anyhow, yeah, they play like a little baseball because it is the fabulous baseball diamond with it.
Yes.
And the sports
But,
announcer guy shows up and dun dun dun. Oh yeah, I forgot. Miss Piggy broke out of jail because she's Miss Piggy.
Of course.
Yeah.
The other ladies in the jail was like, do it, do it.
Yeah.
She's like,
She's hi-ya! Yeah. Only she's not actually karate chopping anybody. She's just kind of bending the bars.
bends the bars,
And
steals
then-
a truck.
Plot device. She's trying to hitch a ride, and what pops out of the back of a truck? Boom! Motorcycle. Because movie.
Because
Yeah.
it's on the poster.
Yeah.
She needs a motorcycle.
And then, yeah, she steals. Was that from Peter Ustinov that was driving the truck?
Was that in? Yeah, he was the truck driver.
Yeah.
Not sounding like Prince John at all,
No.
which threw me off because it's
In Robin
like,
Hood. Yeah,
yeah.
he's the voice of Prince John.
I saw the name. I'm like, I know that name, so I had to look it up. And he played a lot of Perrault, but he wasn't the guy that I know that plays Perrault. Hercule,
Hercule Poirot.
whatever, however
Yeah,
you pronounce that.
that-
But
yeah,
then
that guy.
it said Prince John, Robin Hood, and I'm like, that's why I know that name because I've seen it in the credits before.
Yeah. And he ends up, she throws him in the garbage right next
Yep.
to Oscar the
Yeah.
Grouch.
What
It's
are you
like,
doing
What
here?
are you doing here?
Cameo.
A well-paid cameo. Me too.
Me too.
You know, even Oscar the Grouch knows he's in a movie. So, yeah, that's pretty much the Great Muppet Caper. Oh, and they reprise the opening song at the end of the song with different works.
And the bad guy gets arrested.
And the bad guys get arrested.
Yes.
Even though he's still pining for Miss Piggy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well. Something about bad boys. I don't know what the deal is, but.
There was a lot in this movie that I didn't really understand.
No. But is it really important?
No.
It's a Muppet film.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
You can, there's a,
Okay,
you can
I'll
pick
give
a
that
lot of
one
it
to you.
apart, but it's a Muppet
I'll
film.
give that to you.
You know,
but
like
yeah.
the motorcycle thing. Ba-ching. How is she gonna? You know, it's like the
Yeah.
dragon in Neverending Story. How is he gonna travel 10,000 miles? Big white poofy dragon?
Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, exactly. Deus Ex Muppeta.
Ha 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 ha.
Well, sometimes the jokes just write themselves. Oh, I told you about the vinyl. I had this as a kid. I also had, you remember Happy Meals from McDonald's. I had, well, this wasn't, I don't think it came with a Happy Meal. Maybe it did. But you used to get collector's glasses, and there were like, I want to say 4 different ones you could get from McDonald's from the movie, and I had all of those.
Nice.
And I broke all of them.
Oh no.
But that was,
Those
I
are
don't know.
collector items.
I know. Well, they don't.
Sorry.
I don't think places really do that anymore. But back then, that was kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Like movies were like, you get, The Empire Strikes Back, collect all 4 glasses.
Yeah.
Muppets, collect all 4 glasses. Fill in the blank movie, collect
Yeah.
all 4 glasses.
Yeah.
And places don't really do that anymore.
No.
If they do, it's not on glass. It's usually like a plastic
yeah.
cup or like a Slurpee cup or something.
Yeah.
Or Slurpee cup. 7-Eleven used to do that with movies too. Or like, collect all 4 of these, or whatever. But yeah, you can get those on eBay too. I really need to stop. I should just go spend some money. Yeah, I have a stimulus check in my checking account. I should go buy them back right now.
Wow.
But anyway, it's time to grade the movie. Erin, the student has turned in the paper. What grade do you give The Great Muppet Caper? Don't think too hard about it.
I give it a C+.
C+.
Yes.
Okay.
It may have just been because I really like the Muppet movie, the first one.
Yeah,
and
it is fantastic.
Treasure Island, that's a great one. Christmas Carol, that's a great one. This one just really, it was too meta.
A little too self-aware.
Yeah, too self-aware for a Muppet movie, which says a lot.
Yeah, because they're always meta, kind of.
But it's like every 2 seconds they're like, oh, it's going to be fine because we're in a movie. It's like, I want a little bit more plot than that, guys. Come on.
Yeah. It hasn't aged quite as good as I thought, but it's still pretty good. I'm going to give it a B. It's a fun movie, and it's Muppets, so because Muppets.
Because Muppets.
Because Muppets.
Yes.
All right, that's
Passing
my
grade, so ooh.
Yeah. That's graduate number 2 for happy 40th anniversary to the Great Muppet Caper. What will the next one be? We'll find out. Depends what Erin picks.
Yeah.
She picks a number, and
I do.
Yeah. But that'll do it for this episode of Erin and Drew's Muppet reviews. Well, you know what I mean. I'm Drew.
I'm Erin.
And we'll see you later. No singing.
Cable television is the swellest thing they got.